Hello and welcome back to Better Call Paul. This is my boss guide series and today we're taking down Vicar Amelia. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to see more Bloodborne guides. Alright, let's get to it. Vicar Amelia, also known as the menstruation monster, or as I like to call her, the she-wolf. Here this boss is notorious for demoralizing players because compared to the other bosses, she's more of a formidable challenge, and the main reason for that is her healing. And since this boss heals, I want to recommend a few things before even entering the fog grade. First of all, make sure you are level 20 or higher. If you're under level 20, you are going to have a bad time, and this fight is going to be a struggle. I would recommend clearing all the other previous areas before entering the fog gate. And the second thing I want to recommend is bringing weapon buffs. I use fire paper in this fight. I think there are other kind of weapon buffs too that you can use. And this is going to increase your damage output, and this is going to be an absolute necessity if you want to remain cautious at the end of the fight and you don't want to take big risks. Because this game is all about risks in the end. Once you get her down to the last, smidgen of health, what it comes down to is whether or not you will take the risks necessary to keep her down at that health level and continue reducing it. Because her healing component will remove all of your progress if you aren't getting in there and getting those hits in at every single opportunity. For this boss fight, you're going to want to inhabit the Goldilocks zone. Think back to the area you occupy with the cleric beast. You want to be close enough where you can take a few steps forward and get a hit in, and far enough away that you can avoid their primary and main attacks. And you also want to bait the lunge attack just like the cleric beast. Her lunge attack is the best opportunity to get big hits in. We're talking R2 combos, your visceral attack, or just multiple smaller hits if you're using a smaller weapon. To dodge this lunge attack, just roll to the left or the right. She's going to land pretty darn close to you, but timing your roll to the side isn't that difficult. And you'll be right underneath her where you can get the most damage. You'll see me bait this attack repeatedly at the beginning. It's a good way to warm up. It's a good way to first get introduced to this boss. Just stay far away and let her lunge at you. You're risking nothing. And memorizing this attack, that can be the foundation of how you're going to get damage in the future. Just build off this. Make this your starting point. You'll see right about now that I pull off a visceral attack. In order to do this, hit her head or one of her legs enough. I think the visceral attack here was due to me hitting her right leg. I had pulled off a few R2 combos, and she'll fall down on her knees, and you're able to attack her head and get a visceral attack. These attacks are very important. You do not want to miss an opportunity like this, especially when she's in the healing phase. Right now, I just want to recognize how helpful the axe is in this situation. Because with that R2 spinning move, you're damaging both legs, so I was able to knock one leg out right after the other and get two visceral attacks in a relatively short period of time. If I could have timed this better when she was in the healing phase, this would have been the end of the match for her. So if you knock her down on one leg, aim for the other one, and also keep in mind it may be even best to target just one leg the whole fight. Just keep in mind which one, and then you can consistently get these visceral attacks off. Also, when you get a visceral attack, your attacking does not stop there. Once you get your stamina back, hit her again, hit her again, hit her again. Hit me, baby, one more time should be your motto for this fight. Okay, I want to talk about this one move that's worth noting. It's the one where she raises her hands up in a fist and then slams down on the ground, and it causes this huge AoE attack. For that one, you're going to want to be walking in one direction, and then once she's committed to the area she's going to hit, cut back and then roll in that direction. Originally, I was just rolling to one side or the other to dodge it, and you can pull it off, but the timing is difficult. It's better to sort of juke and fake her out. Alright, in the video she's about to heal, so I'm going to give you some tips. Basically, just go all out on her when she's healing. And remember that even after she's done healing, there'll be a little bit more time after that you can hit her some more. And each time I do it, I think I get her to stagger. So I would say you're guaranteed almost 2 hits even after she's done healing. Take advantage of this opportunity. If your weapon does enough damage, if it has fire paper, for instance, you could probably get her down back to her the original health she had before she healed. When she's in this healing phase, when she has less than 50% health, be ready to charge in. At any moment she could pull this off. Even when you're point blank range, she sometimes does it. Just be ready, attack the legs, and do as much damage as possible. Okay, so by now in the video, I have put the fire paper on my weapon, and it is on. You'll see I am just balls to the wall. I am going off on her. And in one R2 attack I do, I'm not even looking at what move she's doing. I don't care. I got fire paper on my weapon. I gotta make sure she doesn't get her health back. So I just go in, I pull off my combos. Occasionally I'll stagger her and I think I get hit, but it doesn't matter. You can get that health right back. Take risks. Right now, your choice is I'm gonna either be a honey badger and get the job done and don't give a fuck, or be afraid of the menstruation, fear the blood, and be shy. Don't let this boss get in your head. You've got this. For the remainder of this video, I'm just gonna give some quick fire tips on how to finish her off here. I don't do it in the video as much, but if you can force her into a corner, that is the ideal position for her to be in. If she's in a corner and you're constantly at her feet, she's not going to heal, and if she does, you're going to be right there. You're going to be able to punish her and take her health back down. Once again, I recommend using the regain system. It is in place for a reason. If she hits you with one of her more minor attacks, go back in there and cut her knees up. Give her knee surgery she will not forget. And coming up at 6:11, you'll see the grapple attack that is her undoing. I finally finish her off. Let me emphasize my two main points. For the first phase, you're going to occupy that Goldilocks zone and stay safe. And then for the second phase, you're going to have control, be aggressive, and apply what you learned, and ultimately trust yourself and have confidence. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next boss guide.